Hi, I'm Devin, and today I'm going to show you how to get started with mutation testing in Elixir using Muzak. So the code we're working with today is Benchy, which is a benchmarking tool in Elixir. And to get started, luckily it's really easy. First, we just have to go down to the mix file, and in this preferred CLI env key, we add Muzak in the test environment. This is what tells it to run in the test environment when we run the mix task. And then down here in our dependencies, we need to add Muzak as a dependency, of course. We can set it to only be in the test environment, because that's the only time we need it. Now, we need to fetch our dependencies, mix steps.get. And now we're ready to get started. We just run mix Muzak. And that's it. Now, what Muzak's going to do now is it's going to generate 25 random mutations in the Benchy source code. And for each of those mutations, it's going to run Benchy's test suite. If it encounters a failure, it will stop execution of the test suite, and it will give us one of those nice green dots telling us that our test has basically found and shown us that there was a problem. It's found the mutation and it's failed a test. But if it makes it all the way through the test suite without encountering a failure, that means that we've been able to substantially change or really break our application without a failing test. What this usually means is either we have untested code paths, so this shows us which code is tested and not tested very well, and it also could tell us if there's unused code. So if something isn't tested, it could be that maybe we just don't need it anymore. This is really, really helpful feedback, and that's what mutation testing does, is it gives us this feedback. It's still up to us as developers to interpret that feedback, to know maybe I need to add a test, or maybe I can just delete this code, or maybe I should change this code in some way. But this gives us that feedback in a much more efficient manner than a human doing it, like in code review or something. As we can see, one of the issues with mutation testing is that it can take a very long time to run, because clearly if we're going to run our entire test suite 25 times, that can take a long time. But there are a lot of ways to make that faster, and Muzak Pro actually gives us a whole lot more control over that. With Muzak Pro, that's the paid version of Muzak, you can control what gets mutated down to the line, which mutations to apply, and you can also have far more mutations than 25. Muzak restricts us to 25 mutations, but Muzak Pro gives a lot more flexibility, and it's a much more comprehensive tool, really designed for business use, also really great to use as part of your CI pipeline. Now, we can see here in this output we had one failure, so one mutation survived. When we renamed this function to something just totally gibberish, we were able to still run all our tests without a failure. So this means that here in this code, we have some pattern matching happening here. It could be that we're missing a test. We might want to add a test here, or maybe we just don't even need this anymore. Maybe we can delete that, which would be great. Or we can add a new test. It's sort of up to us at this point to figure out. But we at least got that feedback, and we got it relatively quickly compared to a human having to figure it out. So that's mutation testing in a nutshell. If you want to know more, you can reach out to me. I'm happy to talk to people about mutation testing and to give demos of other stuff and how this all can be used. But this is a really quick intro to how you can use it in your application today.